Their First Date by CrackedInkwell. Octave! Octave, come here. We have a surprise for you.
Coming!
Looking over to the clock in the nightstand, he saw that it was almost 5 o'clock. The young stallion wondered what his parents could possibly want from him right now. With a frustrated sigh, the grey pony laid his cello on the bed and rested the bow across his music stand. For being in his junior year of high school, Octave Melody was used to having a tight schedule, which mainly consisted of studying, practicing, eating dinner, with some recreation. He never really liked any surprises that threatened to interrupt the usual flow of his mechanical day. With a frown, he trotted down the stairs to find not only his father, Maestro, but his mother, Clover, and his little sister, Opal, sitting in the family room with smiles on their faces.
What is it? You all know that I don't like being interrupted by practice.
His mother got up. The green unicorn with the golden mane went over to put a hoof on her son's back.
Octave, we have a very special surprise for you. I already heard that. So, what is it? Well, your father and I have been thinking. You're 16 and in high school, but we've noticed how at this point in your life how much you always stay at home. So what's wrong with that?
Octave, his father said, getting up. The grey trotting and mirth pony walked up to face his son and said, "You've been doing nothing but sitting around in your room studying or playing that cello of yours. You don't hang out with your friends, or even go to any of the social clubs or dances, much less anything outside of school. Son, we're getting worried about you being this antisocial."
I'm not antisocial. I do have some friends at school, you know. But how often have you gone to other ponies' homes? All you've been doing lately is staying in your room.
Which is why that is going to change.
What are you two saying?
Before either of his parents could answer, the doorbell rang, the shrill ding-dong echoing throughout the house. While his parents urged him to get the door, Octave couldn't help but wonder why his little sister was giggling like mad.
What's going on here? Also, why do they want me to get the door? They're perfectly capable. Yes, can I... Hey, Octy!
He blinked. Right before the cellist was his best friend, with his usual cocky smile and his purple shades obscuring his eyes. He was also wearing his usual black saddlebag, which he constantly carried to and fro from school.
Record? What are you doing here? What do you mean? Aren't you ready to go? Go where? On a date, duh. But... what? Our date, aren't you ready?
When the cellist didn't give him an answer, Record waved a hoof in front of his friend's face.
Hey, you all right there?
Octave shut the door and leaned back against it, breathing heavily. Did he just hear that right? No, he couldn't have. There's no way that Record of all ponies would...
Oct?
He heard Record's muffled voice as his friend knocked on the door.
Octy? You all right, dude?
Taking a deep breath, Octave cracked open the door to see his friend's worried face.
Hey, Bronny, what's wrong? Did...
Octave looked up and down the familiar Canterlot street to make sure that no pony was in listening distance. He even scanned over the tiny front lawn to see if anyone other than Record was there.
Did you just say a date? Well, yeah. That's what I'm here for. Your parents said to come by at 5, so I'm here. My parents?
The unicorn noticed the grey cellist was beginning to sweat. Suddenly, Octave's eyes glinted sharper than the blade of a sword.
Record, is this your idea of a joke? If it is, it isn't funny. What? No, dude, I'm being dead serious here.
The door swung open, and Octave couldn't help but jump at the unexpected noise. He turned to see that his mother was standing in the entryway. She smiled warmly.
Record Scratch, we're glad you've come. Would you like to come in for a wee bit? Sure, miss, Look, wasn't it? It's Clover. Lucky Clover is my name. Please do come in, dearie. But, Mum?
Octave's mind couldn't comprehend what was going on.
What's going on?
He looked to his mother with confusion and uncertainty in his eyes.
Dearie, I think this might be a good time for us to have a wee talk.
Clover gave her son a reassuring smile, but it did little to help calm the cellist's nerves. She led the two colts into the family room and set them down on the couch. I suppose you're wondering what's going on, son? Well then, let's get straight to the point. Octave, we already know that you're gay.
What? Octave, what did we say about no screaming in the house? I...
Octave couldn't have felt any more exposed than he was at that very moment. Questions arose in his head faster than the popcorn popping in a hot stove. Suddenly he felt a pair of forelegs being wrapped around his neck. He looked down to see that they belonged to Record. Turning to the unicorn, the cellist saw that his friend had already put his shades up to hang in his horn, revealing those ruby eyes.
Dude, calm down,
Record told him.
Everything is all right. Nobody's going to hurt you.
Octave felt his nervousness lessen significantly in his best friend's embrace. At the same time, it brought about an odd sense of peace to him, along with a feeling of warmth in his cheeks. He looked around to the rest of the family. He didn't see disgust nor anger in the faces of any of them.
Octave,
his little sister said.
You don't have to be afraid anymore. You're still my big brother, even if you do like colts. But how did any of you know? I never told any pony.
Truth be told, your mother and I did have our suspicions. It wasn't until Opal, he gestured to his younger child, read your journal that any of us found out what you'd had to say about your friend here.
She did what? When? Remember when I got grounded a couple weeks ago?
Opal asked, and his brother nodded.
Well, back when our elementary school got the day off, I got bored and sneaked into your room. I found the journal on the bookshelf, which was a stupid place to put it, if you ask me, and I read what you thought of Record.
At this point, Octave's face turned as red as his best friend's irises. He bowed his head and covered his face with his hooves of embarrassment.
Then what?
He muttered.
I showed it to Mum. She read it and grabbed at me, but not before she showed it to Dad. Oh, dear sweet Solaris, just kill me now.
Octave thought, not any more embarrassed he'd ever been in his entire life.
Is that all? Well, to be honest,
his mother said.
Part of me was surprised, while most of myself was rather disappointed in you. Only it ain't for the reason you're thinking of.
The young cellist peered up from his hooves with a questioning look in his eyes.
Octave, dearie, did you really think we would kick you out for being yourself? Don't you trust your own family? We'd never think about doing that to you. You got a heart of solid gold, and you deserve some happiness too.
Octave began to tear up at his mother's words.
You really mean that?
Of course we do, his father nodded. You know, we ought to have seen this coming, since you two have been this close since elementary school. Besides, times are changing after all, and all we want from you, Whomever you end up with, mare or stallion, we want to see that you have a shot at something that gives you pure joy. Octave didn't say anything. He pounced on the three of them, trying to hug them all at once.
Thank you.
He murmured.
Thank you all so much. Hello?
Record said, trying to get Octave's attention despite the smile on his own face.
Should I give you guys a moment, or... No, it's fine.
The cellist said, returning to his seat.
But it does bring up something. You're fine with this? I mean, being secretly gay and... Nah, Brony. If anything, I'm flattered that you like me. I guess it just goes to show, then. Goes to show what? That I'm good-looking enough to have a guy fall over head over heels for me without even trying.
Octave face hoofed, but not without blushing a little.
How am I supposed to respond to that? Come on, your family doesn't mind, and I don't really mind it all that much, so how about it? You want to go out with me?
Opal giggled and began singing.
Record in octave, sitting in Opal, be quiet.
Her other brother ordered, his cheeks still red.
So then,
Clover said, her horn lighting up, and giving her son a bag full of bits.
now that we've gotten that out of the way,
She then lifted the two young stallions off the couch and walked them to the front door.
just remember a few things. Be safe, don't wander off too far, and above all, have fun, dears.
Then Octave and Record were outside. Clover lowered them to the ground and closed the door.
Mum, wait!
Octave called out before he heard the clicks of the door being locked. The cellist tried jiggling the door handle, knocked on the door and even asked his family to open the door, all with no luck.
I can't believe it.
He said, sitting on the curb after admitting defeat.
They locked me out. Come on, Octy, look on the bright side. At least you'll be going out with me. Yeah. Besides, Record, I didn't think you... Well...
Record gave a confused look before realising what he's being asked.
Oh, that. Yeah, I know. And the guy is trying to get a mare friend thing. Well, when your parents told me that you'd like me, I don't know. Record, do you mind if I ask you a very personal question? Yeah, go ahead. Are you... I mean, do you even think that you might be attracted to cults too? You know, I haven't given it much thought. But when I heard your parents said that you're gay and all stuff, suddenly everything made sense. I mean, you did tell me once you think that nobody would ever go out with you. Yeah, I remember. I just felt sorry for you, you know? I mean, even with my taste in music, at least you gave a friendship a try with me. So I thought, why would I not give you a chance as well? Have you ever dated a stallion before? Mares, you already know that. Stallions is my first time doing something like this. Same here. I don't even know what to do on dates. Dude, it's not that hard. Dating is just really a glorified version of hanging out. You don't have to act anything out, just be you. Just think of it as you hanging out with me, but you can be more open about it.
Octave looked at Record right in the eye.
Record, are you sure you want to do something like this with me?
The unicorn nodded.
Yeah, dating my best friend. Why not? Besides, I don't want you to be miserable, I just want you to be happy.
The two of them sat there for a moment until the cellist broke the silence.
Well, then, I feel like having some pizza. You? Yeah, pizza sounds good. I know a place that's not too far from here. It's cheap, but they serve some good slices. Well then, lead the way.